Hi, Karen Crane Parker here with your weekly Human Design Evolution Report. This week is brought to you by two big themes: divine timing and do your homework. Those are the two themes we're going to be working with this week, and I want to unpack this for you a little bit. The sun this week starts in the gate 20, the gate of patience. It moves on Wednesday to the gate 16, the gate of zest. Both of these gates are on the throat center, so they regulate action and communication. They both, if you follow the channels down, connect to either the spleen or the sacral center. So these are two energies that have at their heart a little bit of a conflict. And that conflict is they're regulated in the spleen center by the pulse for action that's based on divine timing, or the pulse for action that's based on being given something to respond to. Either way, those energies are going to be regulated by something out here or something in here internally that's going to indicate right timing. We have a tendency as human beings to think that we are in charge of timing. The way in which many of us have been trained to create is to get an idea and go make it happen. And then we do. And then we usually get not what we're hoping for. We usually get results that don't match the power of the imagination that we have, and we are disappointed or frustrated or angry or bitter because we tried to do something, we had a great idea, and it didn't quite take off the way that we thought. The problem isn't the idea. The problem is the execution, because none of us, including the manifestor types, none of us is designed to have an idea and poof, go out and make it happen instantaneously. We all are subject to the flow of right timing, divine timing, if you will. And if you try to override timing and you are not patient, or your enthusiasm causes you to take that first right step on a vital journey and you forget to look down and realize that you're stepping off a cliff instead of stepping onto the right first step on the path you're intending to follow. If you're not doing your homework and you're not waiting for the clues and the cues from the outer reality or your inner click in timing, your inner sense of now is the right timing, if you're not waiting for right timing and you're pushing forward, you run the risk of not really fulfilling the potential of what it is you're trying to build or create. There is a cosmic plan that is unfolding, and it is aligned and perfect and abundant. And it has an ordered sense to it. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because this idea of an ordered cosmic plan, or natural order, if you will, is an idea that's unfolding in the bigger cycles of the cosmos right now. And it'll really kind of initiate us next week when we start to go through the beginning of eclipse season with a lunar eclipse in the gate 5. Which is a gate of consistency, an ordered energy. So we're looking at being kind of forced by the cosmos, by the universe, to bow down to right timing and order. And as much as our human will wants to supersede order, or not wait, that's the other way of saying it, as much as we want to, with our sheer force of our will and our power, push through and create what we want, we can't if the timing's not right. And timing is really important, because when the timing is right, it means you've done everything necessary to set it in motion. And when you wait for right timing, the potential of the outcome is so much better than what we are trying to push through with the limitations of our human experience. Homework means you lay the foundation for the manifestation of whatever it is you're seeking to create. Let me give you an example. Let's say you want to build a business. For you to get business, probably one of the most logical things that you can do is to build a website. You need to have a place where your potential clients in your business can connect with you. You need to have a product or a service to sell. You've got to get those things ready before you go into business. That's part of the human story. That's part of doing your homework and laying the foundation for doing business. As human beings, we have to do that homework piece. We have to lay the foundation for the things we want to have happen in our lives. We have to lay that foundation for them to be able to manifest. There's an interesting dilemma, I think, in the conversations we have about deliberate creation. And, I've taught prosperity classes for 25 years now. And we teach a lot, or we talk a lot about your thoughts create your reality. And certainly there's an aspect of that is very, very powerful and very much a key element of the creative process. Your thoughts trigger the production of neurotransmitters. Those neurotransmitters create an emotional response. That emotional response in turn calibrates the heart center and influences what you attract into your life. They also program your brain to pay attention to evidence of the things that you're seeking to build, that your brain is programmed to find the evidence of what the next right step is. There's no magic formula that says, have a thought, poof, make it happen. You can't say, I'd like an apple, poof, and manifest it in your hand. There are probably a few very rare individuals on this planet, adepts, who can do that. But most people, if they want an apple, they have to go to the grocery store. You have to do the homework of going and getting the apple. There's a really fine line between doing the homework and being prepared and then waiting for right timing versus forcing and using your will. And that's certainly the exploration I would invite you to engage on this week. Are you ready? If the things you really, really want to have manifest in your life, if they show up, those opportunities show up for you in the next 2 weeks, are you ready? Have you done your homework? Did you cultivate the knowledge and the wisdom necessary for you to be able to share what it is that you know, what it is that you want to begin to build and set into motion in the world? Have you set the stage for whatever it is you're seeking to do? Do you have everything ready so that when the cosmos or the universe or divine plan or God or whatever you want to call it comes to you and says, hey, I have this great opportunity for you. Boom, look at your outer reality. It's showing you the next right step. When it shows up on your doorstep, are you ready? Is your sense of value strong enough for you to be worthy enough, feel worthy enough? You are worthy enough, but to feel worthy enough to take the opportunity? Do you love yourself enough to allow yourself to have the opportunity? Do you trust in your own power and your self-awareness enough to connect and interface with this next right step and to fulfill it perfectly? Is this next right step going to allow you to fully express your authentic self, or are you still hiding yourself because maybe you're afraid to be honest about who you really are? Have you done your inner homework to be ready for the next phase of growth and expansion in your life? That's the challenge for the week. That's the adventure and the exploration I want to invite you to engage in this week as we go through this planetary transit. The promise that I want to give you is this. If you've created the space in your life by getting rid of the things that don't serve you, if you've created the space in your life to have a patterned way of being in the world that doesn't distract you from what you want, if you're focusing and you're doing the work necessary and you're not overusing Netflix, doing other things to distract yourself from doing what you know it is you need to be doing, if you've completed everything you need to complete, if there is nothing keeping you back and you have done the work necessary to be ready for the next right step, then the next right step will show up. And certainly the energy of this portal that we're about to walk into at the beginning of eclipse season, that energy right now is really supporting you in getting that next right step going. But if you haven't done your homework, if you're still working on your lovability, your self-worth, your sense of value, your wisdom, your knowledge, the structural things necessary for you to do the next right thing, if there's anything in your life that's causing you to lose your connection with your focus and your purpose, then the next right thing won't show up, because the next right thing isn't what you think it is. The next right thing is do your homework. That's it. That's the message for this week. Get ready. Be prepared, because the next right step is coming and you have to be ready for it, and trust in divine timing. There's nothing working against you except probably what's going on inside of you. So get yourself lined up so that you can be lined up with the next right step. That's it. Have a great week. I'll see you next week.